Hello, guys. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. Today is Wednesday, and you know what we talk about on Wednesdays: sex and relationships. Yes, if you've been watching me regularly, you know this is my subject, and I love talking about sex and relationships. And you guys you never get bored with sex and relationships. There's always something new we can learn and have fun and talk about with sex and relationships. So, this week, guys, today's the second, and other than the fact that it's Groundhog Day, there are less than 2 weeks. We are less than 2 weeks away from what? Valentine's Day. Yes, Valentine's Day. So, what I thought would be fun is leading up to Valentine's Day, I wanted to give some tips for you singles as well as couples on getting that day prepared for that day, getting yourself emotionally ready for that day, because a lot of times Valentine's Day is a lot of pressure for people, especially people in relationships. After a while, you're just like, you've gotten enough gifts, you've gotten enough. The reality is, though, Valentine's Day is one day a year, right? And you really want to have a great relationship 364 days a year, not the one time a year. So you want someone in your life who's going to perform 300 something days a year as opposed to one day a year. You know I'm right. But anyway, I came up with these cute little tips. There's 10 tips that I wanted to just throw out there to you guys. If you're single and you may be going on a date that night, or if you're dating, or if you're in a relationship, these were 10 tips that I came up with that I thought would kind of help you guys' relationship along other than just the one day, or, if you're dating someone, these are little things that I thought would be fun and just to throw out there. So, number one, and I'm going to look down at my cheat sheet because, of course, I haven't memorized this stuff. Number one, you going out on a date, you meeting a person, this is what you want to do. Before a nice hot date, you're going to pop a Tic Tac in your mouth because the last thing you need or want is bad breath. Okay? That's not cute. That's not a good look. And it's a horrible first impression. Okay? And even for long term relationships and marriages, you don't want to be so comfortable around your partner that your breath smells. That's just not cool. It's not sexy. So that's number one. Number two, now if you are in a relationship, you know how easy it is to lose the lust and the fire and the connection, especially intimately in your relationships. You kind of just go along. But if you are in a relationship, this is what I want you to do. I want you guys to schedule a booty call. You know what that is. During the middle of your day. Now, if you can get away with it, this is what you want to do. Now, call up your partner and just say, meet me at the house in 10 minutes. And if you can do that, I've done it. It's nothing like it because you're anticipating it. You got to get back to work a certain time. And it's just fun and sexy. And long-term relationships or marriages need that fun and sexy. So if you can schedule a midday booty call, and you guys know what that word is. Number three is you want to tease your lover a little bit. And you know what I mean by that. If you're in the house and you know that later, once you put the kids to bed, if you have children, whatever, you know what you want later on when the house is quiet, or even sometimes when the house isn't quiet. That's fun too. Like mommy and daddy have to talk for a minute, but you could build up during that time and kind of bend over a lot or say, honey, have you seen my shoes? And you're bending down and your girls are showing, all types of little signals that you're sending off to your man or to your woman that you have intentions for meeting up later. And you know what I mean by that. Number four. Now, I love, love, love number four. If you can fit in a shower together, take a shower together. I love that. There is nothing more sensual or nice than this. Now, I'm going to use my little doll. This is my little doll. Now, don't get all crazy, guys, because it's a doll. But imagine if you had the soap, right? And you're just rubbing it all over and soaping up and it's just so sensual. Maybe the doll was a bad prop. I don't know. But anyway, you get my meaning. You know how sensual that is. Sometimes the best part of sex is not actually having intercourse, but it's the build up and it's the tease and it's the sensuality of it that I love, that your girl loves. And I want to share that with you guys. Number five, you're in a relationship, and I love to do this. These are things that I love. Remember this. I'm sharing my life with you. I send little dirty texts throughout the day. Or I'm big on innuendo. I'm always saying little things or leading up to what I want because I don't like playing guess games. I want you to know what my intentions are. And I think that's so sexy. When we women, we take the dominant position. A lot of men love that. Sometimes women, we think that men don't like aggressive women. Men love an aggressive, confident woman. And I want you guys to write in and let me know if that's true. But it's been my experience that men love that they love a woman that knows what she wants, is not afraid to ask for that. Number 7, you want to, and this is not about sex, but you want to compliment your partner often. A lot of times, we run through our days and our lives together, and we're not complimenting it. It's very important to compliment your man on things, even little things around the house. Like, you know what, honey, I just love the way you put together that wall unit. That is the nicest wall unit in the world. And it seems small, but honey, I love that peanut butter and jelly sandwich you made me. Or can you make me another one of your grilled cheeses? It was so good. Like, just the littlest things mean so much in a relationship. And oftentimes we move away from that and it gets lost in the relationship. But the smallest things our lovers need to hear. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Number 9, encourage your partner about things they feel insecure about. It is very hard sometimes for men to put out there what they're insecure about. Because as a man, you're supposed to be all this bravo you have, and you have this ego, and there is no insecurity. But a lot of times men have a lot of insecurities. And as a woman and as your woman, it's up to us to kind of, give you that extra push that, you know what, don't be afraid. Get out there as a man, do what you need to do for yourself. And I encourage you. Oftentimes we get caught up into not encouraging the dreams or the wants or the accomplishments of our partners, and it's very important to do that. So just keep that in mind. And number 10, what is old should stay old. If I'm arguing with you all the time and bringing up old stuff, no, let's move past what's old and get in our heads that, you know what, we're mature, we've talked about this, let's move on and let's just make better choices and better sex or better relationship things, that move on from that. Don't get caught up in the old, don't get stymied in the old. And if I go over 10 tips, that's good because you guys are learning more. Stop being boring with your sex. The worst thing that can happen for me, and many of you, I'm sure, in your sex life, is that you can anticipate the next move, or you can anticipate what's going to happen in bed. Listen, I'm going to share this little thing with you. One of the things I love to do, I love to turn on my old school music like the Stylistics or the Manhattans or the Whispers, and just put that music on, put some candlelight on, and just slow dance with my husband. And we're tongue kissing and we're moving and we're doing all this stuff. And this is all happening in my bedroom. And we're listening to the Whispers and we're moving and we're going all types of crazy. And there's that passion there, and the music brings everything out, and the candles, and light some incense, and just, you know what it is. You get it on in your bedroom, it's just like, forget it. But don't get boring. Like, think of things that you really want to do and just love. Maybe things you never did. Maybe fooling around in the car, be on the way home, and just little things like that. Just things that keep it spicy. You know, the beauty of sex and relationship, it constantly grows. And that's why it never gets boring. We're always looking for the next high or fix with love and relationships. And that's what makes it so fun and sexy. But when you're in a long-term relationship and marriage, you got to keep it moving. You got to keep it growing. You got to keep it refreshing. And I know as a woman, I love sensuality. And I love lust. And I'm just a very sensuous person, and I love that, and I'm proud of that. And I think men love it when women have that confidence. It doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, but if you're filled with confidence, no one sees any. They just see all that coming at you. And men love that. Just want to share that with you guys. But leading up to Valentine's Day, I just want to give you guys some good love and tips, and just keeping your relationship spicy all year round, not just one day a year. Next week, I'm going to be out in LA with my husband, and I'm not going to be able to be sitting here in front of the computer, but I'm going to bring my flip, and I'm going to share my trip with you guys, because the 9th is my anniversary, 10 years, not 10, 9 years, excuse me, moving on with my marriage, and I'm very happy. I'm in a good place. I want to share that with you guys, my trip. So I will see you here on Fat Fridays. Got some nice, sexy stuff for Fat Fridays. I love you guys, and I hope you keep tuning in. Remember, you can hit me up at shandasays1@gmail.com, or go on my YouTube channel and subscribe at Shanda Says on YouTube. I love you, and take care, and keep it sexy. I love it. Bye.